Welcome to our basic Google Sheets tutorial. In this first module, we're going to introduce you to Google Sheets, show you how to access it, and walk through the interface so that you can get comfortable with its features. There's not a lot of hands-on in this session, but we'll get there eventually. So first of all, what is Google Sheets? Well, it's a cloud-based spreadsheet tool that allows you to store, edit, analyze, and manipulate data. We're going to learn more about what all of that means as we go along. Google Sheets is part of Google Workspace and offers many of the same features as Microsoft Excel, but with the added benefits of cloud storage and collaboration. It's free to use as long as you have a Gmail account. It's accessible from just about any internet-connected device, and one of its biggest features is that it allows real-time collaboration so that you can work with anyone at any time. So whether you're tracking budgets, organizing data, or creating reports, Google Sheets makes it easy to work with numbers and information. To create and access Google Sheets, you need a Gmail account. And for our purposes, your Lipscomb email account will work just fine. But you can also do this in a personal Gmail account. We'll create a Google Sheet by going to Google Drive, which is part of your Gmail account. As we go through this, you're welcome to follow along on these steps, and you're welcome to pause or rewind the video at any time. So let's create a Google Sheet. I like to get to Google Drive from email. We're looking at an empty Gmail account. It's a test account. In the upper right of this screen, there are 9 little boxes. Some people will call that a waffle. Some people will call it an app tray, but it lists all of the different Google apps when we click on it. By the way, you'll see some other things in here that you're welcome to experiment with. You can also drag these around and put them in whatever order you like. But we're going to go to Google Drive. So when I click on that icon, it will open up Google Drive in a separate tab. This is an empty Google Drive. So to start a Google Sheet, we're going to go towards the upper left. We're going to click on New, and we're going to select Google Sheets. A new Google Sheet will open in a separate tab. The first thing I suggest that you do when you open a Google Sheet is to name it. In the upper left, right now it's called Untitled Spreadsheet. If you don't rename it, you could end up with several files in your Google Drive called Untitled Spreadsheet. When I name files, I like to start them with the date. So I'm going to call this 2025-04-11. That's when I'm recording this. And I'm just going to then say Google Learning. The advantage of that file pattern is that I can sort by dates very easily. I'm going to press Enter so that it saves that name. Now, as we're going along, we don't have to save a Google Sheet. It auto-saves, unlike some other programs like Microsoft Excel, so you don't really have to worry as much about losing data. So let's take a look at the Google Sheets interface, its layout, all the stuff that you're going to find in there. First of all, you'll notice when I created this that it popped up some different things over here. Some suggestions will pop up. It's okay if you want to play with those, you're welcome to. I'm going to click Got It here so that that goes away, and I'm going to just close this by clicking on the X so that we're pretty much left with a blank screen. The main part of this screen, most people refer to as the grid, and the grid is your working area. The grid is composed of columns and rows. The columns are designated with letters. The rows are designated with numbers. Where those two meet is called a cell. So this is cell A1. This is cell F7. You always start with the column letter and then do the row number. Something that's really helpful is that towards the upper right, there is a cell identifier, or it calls it a name box. And when you look in that, it lets you know which cell you're in. So I can click anywhere in the spreadsheet and it will identify that cell. If I select a group of cells by clicking and dragging, it will give the range of those cells. And we'll talk more about ranges later. You have a formula bar right here. There's nothing in the formula bar right now, but if we had cell contents, then you would see that. So let me type something here in this cell. I'm going to type Lipscomb Academy. And you can see its contents in the formula bar. If you double click a cell, you can edit it. If you single click it, it just selects it. But if I double click here on Lipscomb Academy, I can edit it, I can erase it, I can change it, whatever I want to do there. And I can also edit using the formula bar itself. Toolbars and menus are located at the top of the screen. These will give options for formatting, for inserting cells and columns and rows and more. If you need more screen room, you can partially hide those menus by using this little arrow that's over towards the right side of the screen. There are sheet tabs at the bottom of the screen. Right now I've only got one, but I can click on plus and I can add a second sheet. And it's basically like multiple layers of spreadsheets within the one spreadsheet. And then finally, there's a share button in the upper right. And if I click on share, it allows me to collaborate with people. It allows me to send an email to folks that will tell them that they have access to this spreadsheet and that they're able to either view it or work on it. So that's it for this lesson. And like anything else, the more you work with Google Sheets, the more comfortable you'll become. So feel free to spend some time exploring Google Sheets on your own, and we'll see you in the next lesson.